I'm Amelie Mewr. I'm from Ipswich, Queensland, and I'm a human rights lawyer. I have a previous background in human rights law, and the advocacy of Stop the War on Violence is something that I was really attracted to. So I've done quite a few projects already, working with refugees, working with women's rights in Queensland, and also I did an asbestos inquiry in Western Australia. So the background of stopping violence is something that really resonated with me, and my goal as a beauty pageant winner is to create more community legal education centres, and through that educate more of the community on legal processes so they can do simple things like their EPAs, working with their wills, understanding the process just a little bit more, especially family law, which is mostly self-represented, and helping just individuals through the processes of understanding law to make it easier on their lives. Yeah, I understand a lot of people can't afford legal representation, they can't afford a lawyer, so community legal education centres and introducing a bit of law into people's lives will make so much of our processes just a lot easier. Buddha is one of my inspirations, and another person I would say would be my mentor, Stephen Kine. So he worked on a lot of the terrorist law actions and cases here in Australia, and he's just been a big impact on my life as well, because he's mentored me through becoming a lawyer. He's mentored me through simple things like court etiquette, and he's not the conventional kind of barrister, so he smiles. And yeah, he smiles. He really understands the impact he's making, and he's a human rights lawyer as well. So he's one of the people that I would say is like a role model and mentor for me, and I'm really glad that he's come into my life. And he's been a huge support as well, like with pageant, like the pageantry that I've been doing. He understands that, I'm doing this for like amazing reasons and for the advocacy. Yeah, he's been a support through that as well. And as I said, Buddha, I just believe that he has amazing principles, just to think, take a deep breath, think, and allow yourself to grieve sometimes. It's important because there's so much happening in our world, and allowing yourself to breathe, think, and put yourself through the process, and then take a step back. And I think some 3 stages that Buddha talks about is, first you think about what is ethical, whether your behaviour is ethical, whether even if it's something as simple as giving someone a smile and saying hi, hello, like that's ethical conduct. And second, to meditate, that's taking the breath, that's giving yourself a plan. And third, everything you've learnt, you should put into practice. So gain knowledge, gain experience, and through gaining that experience, apply that experience. And it's just an amazing scholar, an amazing story that he has to make impact on the world. And it scales things back to something so much more simple, and it applies to almost every situation in life. So yeah. I'm also a carer for my mum, and she has a disability. And I think the hardest lesson that I had to go through was taking that step up, going from understanding, I am now a carer for another person, and I'm their hands, feet, legs, voice. And when it's someone who's so close to you, it becomes a really big eye-opener, because you don't realise the impact that you're actually having on someone else's life, and that they are so close to you. And anything you do is basically something they're doing as well. So that's one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn, I think. But it's not a bad lesson. It's a good experience, and I think that I've taken from that and grown from that, and actually learned, there's so much more to being a mum. There's so much more to being a mum, and I've taken on some of that role so that my mum can continue being a mum, really. So, yeah. Singing. I wish that I could learn to sing, maybe take lessons in singing, because not just because I want to be able to have that talent, but because it's good to know how to project yourself and speak, and understanding my voice a little bit more in terms of the way that it comes across to others, because I know when I sit here and I talk, it feels right, but sometimes it might not be received in the right way. So learning a talent, maybe like singing in a creative way, I might be able to gain that. So yeah, not a very good singer, but hopefully at some point I will gain the skills that I'm looking for. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not really into smoothies, so chocolate.